Suzy, your local Pacific Northwest realtor, and I'm here today to talk about 5 of the worst home buying mistakes you can make. This happens a lot of times, especially with rookie first-time home buyers. So let's try to avoid these 5 mistakes. Number 1, when you are shopping for a mortgage, you do not want to be making any major life changes. Okay, you don't want to change jobs. You hopefully don't plan to get divorced or even get married during this time. You don't want to open new credit cards. You don't want to buy a new car. You don't want any major purchases while you are shopping for a loan from a lender, because then if you are pre-approved and then you do one of these major life changes, you may no longer qualify for that mortgage. I know I have said this so many times, but you wouldn't believe how many people pull up to what's supposed to be closing in a brand new car. It's just like, oh, and then in the end, you don't end up getting to buy that house that you were hoping to buy. Number 2, make sure that you have a nice little piggy bank fund for the extras that go along with home ownership, okay? So definitely, when you first move in, you're gonna have some general home maintenance things to take care of. Maybe you wanna do a little landscaping, a little painting, but there are other costs associated with purchasing a home. So you're gonna need your earnest money and your down payment for your loan if you're using a lender. There's going to be property insurance. There's going to most likely be legal fees. There's title insurance, there's inspections, there's your moving costs. There's all these little things that add up. So we want to have that extra little fund over here on the side, your piggy bank full, to cover the extras that are going to go along with purchasing a home. Number 3, when you are shopping for a home, please don't go out and start looking at homes until you have a pre-approval or pre-qualification from a lender if you are using a loan. You don't want to go see this beautiful, $600,000 home and then come to find out later that maybe you only qualify for $400,000. So that's discouraging, first of all. But also, most people will not accept an offer these days unless you attach a pre-approval letter, unless you're paying all cash. So they're not even going to look at your offer in most cases, because they don't have any guarantee that you can actually afford this home. So there are multiple reasons you want to know your budget before you go shopping. Number 4, most people think that when they buy a home, we've got the 30-year fixed loan, rates. That's where we're at. There are so many options right now that you want to make sure and explore all of those options when you're looking for a mortgage, because your situation, perhaps you don't plan on living in a home for 30, 40 years. So maybe a 15-year loan is better. Perhaps you're a first-time home buyer. They have different loans for first-time home buyers, for vets. There's all these different ARM programs if you only plan on living there a short period of time. So what you really want to do, what you do want to do is you want to make sure that you find a good lender that can give you all these options, that are going to keep you aware of all the costs that are going to go along with your loan as well. Very important. So just like I've said in the past, like when you're shopping for a real estate agent, you do the same thing with a lender. Perhaps you have somebody at your bank you regularly work with. Great. Have that be one of your options. But you also want to interview a couple of other lenders. You want to compare the rates, and you want to check on the personality of who fits best with you. If you're a first-time home buyer, you're going to have a lot more questions. So you want somebody that's patient and able to answer all those questions. So think about that. Also, just personality traits, who you really get along with, because you're going to be working with this person quite a bit during this process. And then hopefully, if it's a really good experience, this will be a good connection for you to have for years to come. And then the 5th thing, which kind of ties along with that, is you don't want to just any Jim Bob agent to represent you. You want to make sure that you hire the right agent for you, the right real estate specialist to help you in your particular circumstances. Again, if you are, for example, a first-time home buyer, you definitely want somebody that is going to be a very patient professional that's going to guide you along the entire process, that's not going to have problems when you have questions. Perhaps somebody that is a past educator and really likes to help educate you through the process. I actually love working with first-time home buyers, and I don't think a ton of agents say that, because you do have that chance to really educate and help somebody. And I love that. Don't get me wrong, I love working with other people as well. But the same thing is, you want to make sure you find somebody that your personalities fit. Also, it's a good idea with your lender as well as your real estate professional, check reviews, ask for recommendations, interview like 3 people. I usually say 3. You can do 2, you can do 4, you can do 5, whatever it is. But you're going to be doing a lot with this person, especially the real estate agent. You'll be seeing, different homes, and there's so much paperwork. You want somebody that can very carefully guide you through all the steps. Okay, so those are the 5 big first-time home buyer, rookie home buyer mistakes that you want to try to avoid. Don't make major life changes. Don't forget to save a little extra over here for other unexpected expenses. Don't go shopping for a home until you know what you are pre-approved for as far as a loan. And then you want to make sure that you check out all the options for a loan. Don't just assume, okay, I've got to have a 30-year loan, I've got to have 20% down. There are so many options right now. And make sure that you hire the right agent. That is a do. Make sure that you hire the right agent that is the best fit for you. Okay. Any other questions, please ask. I am happy to answer. I am Suzzy Wilder-Poe, your real estate specialist here in the Pacific Northwest in Washington State, and I would love to help answer any questions.